Let's talk about pivoting today. All this happened visualizing Q1 was gonna be like.
I spy with my little eye.
Has forces me not rush into getting things done, rush into making a decision. So done it intentionally. What a beautiful sunrise. How lucky am I today? I finished this bad boy.
A dame nor a lady, not in the way she walks, the way she talks, or the way she loves me. Just look at me, I'm like a monkey in a coconut tree. You know I'm overjoyed, 'cause boy oh boy, she's my gal. She asks me when
I spy with my little eye.
your plays on mine, don't waste my time with romance. And she's wild, she's funny, doesn't care about clothes or money. She just cares for me, she's all I need, she's my gal.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
Let's talk about pivoting today. I am really glad that I did all my annual planning, like my life depended on it in December, at least before all this happened. The first 2 weeks of January was pretty slow for me. It hasn't get any better that quick, but it's gradually getting better somehow. Anyway, the point of this video is to share with you with so many personal projects that I have lined up and planned for this Q1 for myself, and it has got nothing to do with work, the 9 to 5 work. All that had to be on hold till my hand is fully healed, because it has forced me to slow down. This is hard. It has been hard in the last 2 weeks. Don't we feel glad that we have all projects laid out on Notion that is actually make it easy for me to pivot stuff and move things around, get other stuff that I can pick up while this is healing. So what I did on journal is actually visualizing the overarching view of what my Q1 was going to be like, and the details and the breakdowns of the projects that I decided to do in this Q1 all laid out on my sprint board, which is on my Notion app. So I have a clear goal in Q1: tackle my wall gallery at home. And within this wall gallery, I have different corner of the house that I need to put up pictures for. And I started with 2 corners of the room, which is the main living room and the common area, which is the dining room. And I figured that before I actually call in people to help me drill and put up the frames, I first need to have pictures to put on first. And that is one thing that I could do, is visualizing it on Canva. So this is what I did to get moving with this project. It is all in the pivot mindset. So you do not have to feel like you're paralyzed just because you got one actions that needs to be KIV or on a block. Look back into the goals and look into some other tasks that you could tackle on to help you still keep moving towards your goal. Or don't beat yourself up if the whole goal needs to be postponed for some reason, like this one or any other reasons that comes in your way. Somehow this situation has forces me to not rush into getting things done, not rush into making a decisions of buying things, and a lot of things that I have to do in the last 2 weeks. I feel like I've done it intentionally and very carefully. So this week, what I plan to do is to just focus on healing, just to focus on relaxing myself. I don't know whether I can do that, but anyway, that's the point of pivoting. And other than the project side of things, the home project side of things, I have other things that I could do and could be doing this week, is to continue reading and finish my Crime and Punishment that I have about 60% to 70% into the story. This also could be a good experiment for me to see whether I can finish reading this book this week. Let's see how it goes.
Did we pass the inspection?
Alright, we have a lot to be grateful for here. This is the gifts that was in this bag and was gifted by my friend. I have coloring book here, empty journal, which is good for a book scrapping, a lot of stickers which I don't normally buy for myself, so I'm so grateful for these because I don't have to buy them. I'm not too sure about this. This is probably like scrap papers for the journaling. This is so exciting for my journaling. Thanks, Aisha.
Hey, you couldn't see it coming. You might have thought it, but you couldn't change it. Hey, it's not right or wrong. It's about trying, find the silver lining. Rain and fire, highs and lows, you name it. Cold and warmth, laughs and cries, you have it. The world goes by, and by the time it does, you missed it. You didn't see it, flew by. 'Cause time's not waiting for me or you. You will miss it if you don't catch it in time.
What a beautiful sunrise. How lucky am I today? Good morning, guys. I did it. I finished this bad boy. So here's the deal. I just pulled through the week without taking on any heavy duty project. I just rest. I finished this book. So this book, Crime and Punishment, is about a man, Raskolnikov, who who murders 2 women, and he gets away with it. But the story isn't really about the crime that he committed. It's about what happens after you convince yourself that you were right. So Raskolnikov, he has these beliefs that some people are extraordinary, and that being said, they're allowed to cross some moral boundaries and moral lines if it's to serve a higher purpose. He thinks that he kills the first women for a good reason. But the moment he does it, his mind refuses to accept the logic. Guilt hits him instantly, hence the paranoia, the isolation. This constant inner noise in his head is disturbing him and punishing him. What stayed with me most is that punishment doesn't start in the prison. The law isn't caught up yet, but his conscience has. And he doesn't seem to be able to live with himself. There is this character called Porfiry, the detective. He doesn't rush to arrest Raskolnikov. He waits. He uses some psychological game to wait for Raskolnikov's confession, and he knows that confession isn't about evidence. It's more about being unable to live with yourself. Another character, Sonia, she doesn't debate philosophy with Raskolnikov. She doesn't argue. She just stays human. She's being compassionate. She's being present and quietly good and being nice towards Raskolnikov. And that goodness that she gave to Raskolnikov becomes unbearable for him. Then there's this guy named Svidrigailov. He's a man who does whatever he wants, and this is a guy that killed his wife and don't take responsibility or even felt guilty about it. Seeing the consequences of his life makes Raskolnikov realize that could happen to him if he continues down his own path like this. In the end, Raskolnikov confesses and he was sent to a prison in Siberia, but it doesn't end there. All his reflections happens when he was in prison, a moment where his pride finally cracked. And redemption, I realized, that doesn't arrive fully formed. It begins as awareness, as humility, as the ability to feel again. And this happened because Raskolnikov dreamt of a plague that kills a lot of people, and for some reason this has brought him to realizations and reflect on his action. Also from this, I learned that growth doesn't start when we're proven right, but it starts when we finally admit we were wrong. So if this is your first time reading Crime and Punishment like me, I have 5 warnings for you. Number 1, take your time. This is really a thick book, and this isn't a speed read. Give yourself hours if you need it to, and really soak it in. Number 2, just know that Russian's name can be tricky, and in this book, Raskolnikov has multiple names, and so does other characters as well. So that is what making the book seems to be hard to read and confusing for a lot of people. If you get the right edition, it will help you to explain who are they and other names that the characters has. Number 3 is focus on Raskolnikov's headspace only. Do not bother for any other characters or stories that people just come over to his place and have some tea and talk to him and talk about their life. Don't bother all of that so much, because his headspace are where all the juicy psychology is. Pay attention to other characters like those that I mentioned earlier. Most important is Sonia. She is a person who doesn't argue with him. I think because she loves him and see him as the person he is. And she's basically became the moral compass and emotional anchor to Raskolnikov. Pay attention to that. There's some learning that you can get from Sonia. And then the last one, all you have to do is be patient with the story. Be patient with the middle section from part 2 to part 5. Lots of side characters. Like I said, all these are noise and chatter, but it's all gonna set you up for a payoff. Just get ready. If you needed to have your post-it note ready, have your tabs ready like I did here, so that you will not lose your mind reading this book. that's my thoughts on Crime and Punishment, my first read in January. Well, I'm ending the video here. It's already end of the week. I guess there's a blessing in disguise to slow down this week. I wish you a happy new year again. Hope you're feeling great for the new year. Well, I'll see you in the next video.